I know you've rewritten it again. You've rewritten it.
No, it's all as it was.
I thought you'd had to redo it, because I scribbled on the pad, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you did, yeah.
Sorry, Jim, sorry. I'm going to take my default shirt, Jim, if you don't mind.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
It's more comfy, especially when people are over my shoulder or her.
Well, I want to sit in here, because I know Carol sits there, so...
Well, that's polite of you again. What am I doing here? Come on, get a grip, Kevin. What's happening now, Jim? You can see I'm still under rushing the ropes bit, but this is different. Things in the house have been neglected for some while. It must stink like a chimney. I was down to 3 in October, November.
Now you're back to 20.
Yeah, well, 15 perhaps.
Yeah.
Carol's brother's coming on Wednesday. Neither of them smoke. They don't even like me smoking at the bottom of the garden, which is all the yards and front door.
Yeah.
Whatever. So what we're doing now is hell for leather, trying to bring this place back to something like reasonable.
Reasonable state, yeah.
Anyway, enough said.
Right. Okay, Kev, let me just get my diary right.
Did I say tea, love? Carol? Carol?
What?
Have you got your bloody ear in? Did I say tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want tea. I don't want coffee. Oh, bugger me.
That's it.
You won't find me there with contentious and nitpicky. I think that's a given after what you did for us on Friday, whatever it was.
Right, well, I went and had a meet with him this morning, and we were a bit pushed this morning because he had that much on,
That's all.
and he was getting trouble from Campbell's Caravans. I had quite a bit to talk to him about, and especially this, because I want this to be right. I mean, if I'm putting my out and so, I don't want any half measures. So, and once I've done it, I know it's right. Okay, so, to go back to this plan that I did on the on the morning that we had the meet.
Right. No,
With the proposed 2 accesses. I will not use drives. Accesses.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, actually.
With the 2 accesses, and this area where we proposed and agreed that we will put the car. Now then, so stage 2 was to get him down.
Mr. Campbell.
Michael.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I had to do, because I'm spending money, so thanks Lord.
Yeah, site money.
I'm spending money, so with spending money, I've got to get is okay that I can spend it.
And you keep costs down, of course.
Well, yeah, I'm not bothered about that.
Well,
I mean, I do try and keep costs down because it's always a pound that I can use somewhere else. But I don't try and keep costs down if I want to get something done
rapid.
right,
Yeah.
and I want it done straight away. So now, he wasn't going to come today. He said, I'll see you tomorrow. I said, no you won't. I said, today's the day. Oh, it won't be a day. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
So, hence, he said,
I hope you're not putting your neck on the line here, Jim.
Eh?
I hope you're not putting your neck on the line.
Well, it don't, like I said to you before, I can walk out of, and I can just sort of
Well-
stop at home. I'm nervous to be the happiest little bunny in town.
Well, I must admit though, when I say put your neck on the line, I have an email from him, I don't know if I told you, giving you full authorisation to act on his behalf.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't give you any grief.
No, he's not giving me any grief. No. So, as we agreed with this, so I did him a photostat as well. I discussed it with him this morning. I didn't go into you said, I said, we said. I was just cut to the chase because I could have been there till now.
Especially if you sent me.
Yeah, well, you know, so I just went and I went through and did what I did. And this was the final outcome. So it was then, what then did I propose? Because he didn't know where he was. So what then did I propose?
Well, effectively you proposed it because you had his authority.
Yeah, so I said, well, what I want now, I want Clivert, and I want him this afternoon. So we'll take it from there.
I feel it's not a long way from you.
Clivert,
Go on.
Clivert is being called as we speak
I wasn't in that much of a hurry before.
for, well I am.
Yeah, I'll just be honest.
So,
You can sit Yeah, copies give you your chair.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So Cliveworks being spoken to as we speak. So we want a machine, and we're taking everything out of there,
I can well imagine.
right down to that edge it is Trevor put in. You know that?
Whatever. I'm not bothered.
You know that bit at end, the lamp.
To be honest, Jim, we're going to get what we want. I've said that
Yeah.
to Michael in an email. I've more or less thanked him. I'm not going to be effusive in thanking him because it's
Yeah.
you who needs your thanks. We're not bothered, but I believe the site will benefit.
All the site will benefit and we'll benefit. So, but I'm here now to tell you what we're doing and how soon we're doing it. So the first thing is,
just to interrupt briefly. So effectively, you're answering the email, so Campbell can go up and be busy.
we can go where he wants.
Great stuff, Jim.
I've got the okay to do it and I'm doing it.
It cost me a bloody fortune, this. I don't know what kind of malt you like.
So,
Cut that. I didn't say that. We should have done the little handshake thing then.
so anyway, so all this lot's been ripped out, lock, stock and barrel, right down to that little hand there. And then that little hand is being squared off at this side.
Yeah.
On, I'll use the term our side, so because it's wider
Yeah.
than what it should be.
It's a
so,
nice feature.
So we're going to cut it. We're going to trim it off at this side, but everything else is coming out.
I expected so.
Now we're going to put some laurels in because laurels are very fast growing,
Right.
so that the green will be back.
Back to where it was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
When Frida was alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be there. We're putting a fence from the bottom, from the lamp. We're putting a fence up to that edge of Trevor's, that green edge of Trevor's, that way around it, and it's going to come right the way down.
Hit our bushes if you want.
It, eh?
Hit our bushes if you want. No big deal.
it's coming straight down to the bottom.
Yeah.
So that's coming straight down, right down to this bottom. Then from your gate, or from this opening,
Oh, behind you, yeah.
yeah, well, from this opening here,
From front door.
10 foot from Mrs. Abbott's gable end,
Yeah.
there'll be a fence going down there. Now,
This much I think I knew.
yeah,
These
there's
other
a fence
fences
going to
that
go
set-
down there. It'll be 5 foot. It'll have a wooden, well, hopefully, if we can get it as quick as we want it, it'll have a grey base.
Whatever.
You know, a stone base.
A
you know,
nice
this-
fence,
yeah.
a nice fence.
And then the fence.
And it'll no doubt march off that direction and all the
It'll
rest.
just go straight down here.
Yeah.
Now, Mrs. Abbott is paying for her own fencing.
Right.
We're not involved in that. She wants it, so she's paying for it. She's made 2 decisions today, which she hadn't made with me,
Yeah.
but she's made them with Michael Campbell now,
Right.
which altered all my plans and structure.
Slightly.
Not slightly, big style.
All right. Very good.
So
Uh,
you're a very good help.
before you go.
Cheers, Carol.
Before you go into the big
Yeah.
style side of it, are we talking that area, Jim, or that area?
Talking that out.
Right, come to that in fact.
We'll come to that later.
I have opinions on that.
I want to deal with this.
Yeah, quite right. So can we, just for your peace of mind, you've got a lot of work on Campbell House, they've got requirements,
Yeah,
yeah, and the right to allow these requirements.
yeah,
And I've said to you all along, I have no problem with the others in
Yeah.
that respect. We could, to a degree, put fence off that burner. If you want to consider it, discuss it today, by all means.
yeah. Well, if it's done, innit?
Okay.
Then there's no,
No, just stop
there's
it.
no, there's nothing up anybody's sleeve. Then you know.
Precisely. Because I've been extremely suspicious about the other guy and not about yourself.
Yeah. So there'll be nothing up anybody's sleeve. Right. So we'll finish with this side. So all this is going to be cleared off.
Yeah.
We're going to put two lines of flags in, down, from the beginning to the end, and stone it in the middle with that,
Oh, that
a
kind of-
feature stone.
Yeah,
yeah.
It'll either be slate or stone,
Yeah. Whatever.
whatever Julio ponders when he's down. Excuse me, whatever he gets when he's down there.
And that'll be the piece leading to our front door, effectively.
That's coming right up to you. Well, that's the piece that's
I
coming
keep
to,
saying front
to
door,
the edge.
but border, yeah.
To the
hedge,
edge.
The hedge, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, front door, hedge, yeah.
Where your step is now.
Yeah, I know.
No, so we get that done. Now, So we'll come to that boundary now. So we've got we've got all that greenery is pulled out and fencing down there, and the fencing's going down there with immediate effect.
Yeah.
As soon as they've done this, that's going down.
Well, so that's going to be clear first, then the fence is going to be next, and
Yeah.
so on, and then
This fence first, that fence second.
no time at all, and job's a good one.
It'll be done a week, 10 days.
I did ask him that in the email, actually.
Yeah.
I made a suggestion of 14 to whatever.
Yeah.
Forget it, Jim.
So that's been started. So more than likely we can get some plant down here in the morning. It'll be started in the morning. Then the bottom end, because this is now an access to an agreed area
Yeah.
between the two of us
Yeah.
up here, leaving a void at the bottom, and there is a reason for that.
I don't
You know, like on here.
I don't know what you mean by void, mate, but go on.
Well, we're not saying void.
No, I mean,
That's what we agreed, and then that was it to the road.
that is going to be done soon, and I have no problems. You've done a grand job.
So that's the area that we'll be parking. This area here will be a no parking zone.
You did say.
Okay, so that's a no parking zone. So as soon as this is done, we're going to bring the roadway in. Now this is an access road, so nobody will be able to park out to make an obstruction for you coming in or out.
And it's good, as you said on Friday, for ambulances or whatever.
And everything, so everything will be there. So all that's done and dusted.
No problem there.
Okay, so this is where it is. So he just asked me where did the thing end. So I said, well, it'll end up wherever the length of the car is, with another yard, you know, or two.
Yeah, just to interrupt slightly, and I do apologise for this. I weighed it all up this morning. I can see when it's done, there's a probability, and I'm not bothered, it's not your problem, there's a probability of like even squeeze dustbins in the, you know, with car.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Because you've plenty of land here at the top.
I'm thinking so. Anyway,
So anyway, so that's all that's going to be done, and then at the bottom, we're going to hatch it on the road.
yeah. Can I stop now and come and,
With me.
because I'm sat here because this is my favourite chair, and I'm not comfy bending down. I might have had that last week. Right, now come on, let's wrap this up and let you go.
You see, I wanted it all the way down. So Michael said, well, do you really need it all down here? He said, when I've finished, and I've got this, look at the area, because Mrs. Dewins only wants 8 foot from the front door to the road.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with the road coming round like that. If you
It's going to be a better road, isn't it? You know?
yeah, it's going to be a better road. So he said, if it's going to be as that, he said, do you think the etching may be better on the road to keep this access totally clear?
Well, with respect,
no parking.
with respect, once we're here, yeah, we're happy,
Yeah,
and I'll say it now, I said it Friday, hope I did. I don't give a damn there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great,
Well,
but
also,
that's not my problem, is
well,
it?
no, it's my problem.
No, I'm
to
saying
keep it
it will
clear.
benefit the site.
Yeah, it'll have benefits that.
Yeah.
But what I can't have is somebody parking here
Yes.
and like you or Carol wanting to go out and having to sit on your thumb
Yeah.
and not being able to get out. So we need to have this, as I said, it's a no parking area.
Per comment, yeah.
So that it's and it will be an access road, and there will be a what do you call it made, no parking access road.
Yeah, whatever.
So
I'd
access
even
road,
put that up.
access road, it needs to be done
Like
there.
that silly thing I put up back in my blue
Yeah.
bin, I'd look after me own
Yeah.
in that respect.
Well, if you're like whatever,
we'll
and,
work it out.
and,
in
and we'll get it
time.
work out, and then you've got your number 24
Yeah.
with your arrow or whatever
Yeah,
it
well,
is
there's something better in
coming up
time.
here, whatever it is.
It's got to be, whatever I do with identifying my house from bloody ambulance men, taxi drivers, it will be neat and proper. That
Yeah.
was just a rough and ready job
Yeah.
back in October, Jim.
Yeah. So if we can get that done, that's okay. Now when we go back to this,
Right, go on.
so we're
Can I-
doing this.
Can I tell you what my thoughts are, and then you can shoot me down? Quite right, she could have a fence here. Scuttlebutt tells me the shed will go, mate, I'm not bothered. So she'll have a fence around the back here, yeah?
Yeah.
And I've done my own measuring, you well know. And it's not relevant now. she's going to have a nice 4.5 metre gap here to mine, which is actually 3.5 metre.
Yeah,
A long line of back of my greenhouse.
yeah,
So that fence is going to march on, yeah?
yeah,
And at some times he'll want it going that way. I'm jumping the gun, but this is my thoughts. And I've paced and measured for days on end. And again, no problem, because I'll have
what you want.
privacy, call it what bloody hell you want. I'll have a border here.
Yeah,
At some point though, because I have studied it, that fence, if it goes straight out you, you're going to hit the concrete.
no, the concrete's being cut off.
Ah, right, I was going to say, because
So what
that
we're
would look
doing-
stupid, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
For-
so
for-
what we're
for
doing,
balance,
we're
is it?
straight, like, you know where your rocks are and your greenhouse?
Yes.
Right, well, that looks like you put that in as a natural border with the greenhouse being in.
No, it was still an right.
Alright, so it looks like that's been a natural border put in. So, but we're going to measure it out proper.
Mhm.
Now then, what I want to set is, we'll do it together if you want, I'm not bothered, or Lee and I will do it, but there are no fixed points,
Forget fixed point.
because all as I shall do is, as I do on all these things, I'll do the plan, and I measure it up, and then at the bottom, so that it's all the like put historical side.
No, that is something I would have fought for. You were very thorough. Right, two things. I think you mentioned to Carol when I had a walk around site Thursday there. Two things. I did demand of Campbell that he identified this and all sorts of things.
Yeah,
Forget that, I don't want it anymore, because he's done such a fine
Yeah.
job. So what I'm saying is, she'll have 4.5 metres here, I
Yeah.
go for factual.
yeah,
I'll have my historical border, which is 3.5 metres.
yeah,
When the fence comes across, the concrete, as you were saying now, is not going to be an issue, it's going to be tidy. And it's all going to be squared off, but it's going to look brilliant.
yeah. Well, you know this corner down here, as you don't want, and you know the bottom corner near that little bit.
I doubt they will have
They
heard
don't.
it.
They don't want it. So this is what we're doing. We're going to take that piece of land as is there,
Yeah,
so that the fence will come down, and we'll cut it off. So we'll bring the fence down,
could we just go and peer at it and you can tell me? Because
and what we're going to do is you've got that to the shed that is there, which comes right back to it, because there was two sheds there, and then the guy has lived over there. He said he wanted it as a sauna, and it was nothing of the sort. What he actually wanted was the two sheds that was on the other side as well, and he wanted to cut through into that shed, so it's made it, and he had it as a living room, that did,
no.
where he had guests
But I
staying.
did, good cry, that's illegal, sure.
It is,
Forget
but
me
we
saying
didn't
things like
know.
that. But here's the rub. As long as I've lived here, this ground here, ever since the houses were down and before, I've had to maintain that. It's nearly killed me. The
Yeah.
bushes went down.
Yeah.
Julio's done a brilliant job. So, pretending we're outside now and I'm at corner of my house there,
Yeah,
I'll have me 10 foot that way, say.
Yes.
I've got a bit more this way and so day, but
Yeah.
who gives a shit? It's got to be tidy.
yeah.
So a fence is going to come bounding down, disappear down there,
It's
they
going,
don't want the rest.
it's going to go to that post, you know the post that Julio put in for 10 foot?
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
We'll do,
Well,
we'll find you two
that will
later.
go down there,
Yeah.
and then we'll cut it across to where the end of the shed is, because in effect,
So what you're doing then, you're not giving them too much land to maintain.
no,
There's a wedge of land there I don't want.
yeah, right, so the land will come down. Oh, come on, give us a break.
You can see where I'm coming from.
I know,
And so tell you something I've decided to do.
well,
It
buy
was said
me
to
a
me
pen.
by somebody. It was
buy
said,
me your pen.
well, that's a good point. I'll lend you a pencil as long as you don't go off with it.
I don't want to
Because this is my official pencil, it's not Carol's.
Right,
Here's the rub.
so what happens is,
You know what Julio said to me some while ago?
no,
Don't go and get him in trouble. He gave me a rough idea of what was about track, because I asked him what he's putting stakes in for, and he gave me an honest answer. And I said, well, Julio, when all that's done, this is even before the house went on that way and caused all this trouble, and it did for everybody. I said, I'm magic with that, Julio, because I'll have a little strip that's not 10 foot.
yeah,
It's only about 5 or 6 foot when you count my chip-ins and my path.
yeah,
I'm going to bloody raise that,
yeah,
and I'm going to chip-ins it,
yeah.
and I've no mentions the rest of my life.
That's right. But so as it is now, that's where the fence is coming down. This is where the concrete. theoretically is now.
Yeah,
So that's going to be taken out to the 10 foot where he's got that post in there for you,
this is the back of
at the back of your house, so your property's here.
Yeah.
So this is 10 foot. So that's 10 foot. So this will come along to there, and then that fence will come down there. Now this is where that wicker fence is here, to the people at the back. You know,
Oh, what's left of it?
Yeah, that fence at the back,
Yeah.
where that lady was
Yeah.
living. So, which comes across here, and then we have here, we have that shed, that brick built outbuilding.
That's been a so-called living room apparently.
No,
Am I
this is
in
on
right
this
place?
side. No, that was on this side to that, on the other, which was in the Cullen
Them
side.
two lines, is that fence that's rotting there now?
No, this is that shed. This is that outbuilding.
Which one? The one
The one they have
nearest
next
to the
door.
Abbots?
Yeah, this is
That
Abbott's.
is all there,
This
isn't
is Abbott's.
Yeah, and it'll
Yeah.
be in their land.
Yeah, that's that, but
Right.
it's now Abbott's because we've put new doors on the new
I
window.
noticed that. So yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah,
I've gone back for
but we've only got, but there's only half of that, which is Abbott's,
Right.
because this connects on to this one.
I never knew this.
This connects on to that because there was two, and Peggy, and this one was next door to Peggy's.
Yeah, that was George's.
Right, there was next door to Peggy's. But this guy made a song and dance, and he said, I want to put a sauna in. So those two then
Good Christ.
became one. Okay, the door there. So he then said he wanted to make a sauna, but he didn't. He carpeted that and put a bed settee in.
This is ridiculous.
So when they have visitors, they slept in there.
I'll tell you
And
what.
when that Liverpool lady lived in there,
Yeah, I remember.
her
she,
son lived in there.
She was a bit of a nutcase. to be
Yeah, well,
honest.
her son lived in there.
This is ridiculous.
Well,
Jim,
nobody
I
knows
called
about this.
Campbell for years on end.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, years on end.
Yeah,
Specifically last month. I've been
Yeah.
aggressive with him in emails.
yeah,
I felt I had to do.
yeah,
There will be an apology coming down the line. Here's the rub. They have got what I have phrased many times on this site since I've lived on here all this time, a ponderosa. Yeah, they've got ample land. In fact,
well, it's like Vic, isn't it?
yeah, enough said. And it pays its rent.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, no.
But the only problem I had with all this is when Jim, as he was, the big Irishman,
yeah,
first came out with Digger
yeah,
and made enough room for them to put that concrete thing in.
yeah,
He put a pile of shit here on what was top end of George's property when George lived here, long gone. Right? That grew up over the years to be a complete and utter eyesore, and only I
Yeah.
maintained it. And they've been up happy as a sandpiper in Ponderosa.
well, no, don't with fence.
I don't know. Do you?
What's here in man?
And then they're going away making bloody.
Ah, well, that was like,
Anyway, it's not.
it's all water under the bridge because it's been there like 15 years.
Yeah, but
and there's
what
no
I'm
lot we
saying
can
is
do
water
about
under the
it now.
bridge, Jim, and let me assure you, you are a man of good detail. Can I put it in Kevin Brown speak? My 10 foot is over here,
Yes, that's right. There you go.
and I have never give a shit for what happens here.
So, okay, now
I don't,
here,
I don't today.
so here, there's half a fence, if you will. So
Yeah.
there's a fence across. So
Thank you.
we're going to take that there,
Yeah.
and then this area here, although this will be fenced off, this area here, there'll be black. It's not plastic. It's that stuff as breathes.
I think
well,
I'll
you
put
put
it
in
in
your
the
garden. Yeah, whatever it is.
Netting of the.
Yeah, which
It
you put
doesn't
down.
rot.
No, and you put. So that's going to be put down there, and that's going to be filled with stone, so it'll not overgrow. So there'll never be grass growing,
That's brilliant.
and there'll be trees or nothing. So that's going to have that put down there.
I think you've covered it now. When you've done that though, I would suggest you tell them to look after their fences tonight, so it's rotting all over the place.
Yeah, well, it won't be there that because that'll be at the back of there.
You know, whatever.
It'll be there.
One
to
last
watch at.
tip. Is this about you finished? Now I'm interrupting.
No, I'm going to finish in a minute.
Oh, well, I'll let you
Right,
finish.
so from here now, Jones' fence is there.
Oh, John, yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
Now from here to the road is a new fence going.
Well, again, this doesn't affect me, bro.
I know it doesn't, and there'll be a 5-foot fence there,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll be right down to the road. Okay, because their property will be here, of
Yeah,
course.
no worries.
And then right to the road, and there'll be a 5-foot fence down there. But that's how it's going to be fenced off.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant.
Well, that's how it's going to be fenced off. And then that won't be anybody's, that will
Well,
be...
I need to come back that way, I need to give you some advice. Are you done, mate?
Yeah, I've done.
What is not generally known by many people, which I've had a bit of a serious problem on, there are two main drains there,
Yeah, but it'll be loose, won't it? Because you can take it up
so
and
you
down,
can
won't
access
it,
them,
that way?
that's okay.
Because we're not concreting, we're only stoning
Yeah,
on
so-
top of sheet.
Well, I've actually, when I've been strimming and
Yeah.
pissing about all these years, I've had to keep them relatively
Yeah.
clear in case people need to come.
Yeah,
So you've got two main drains under there,
yeah,
obviously you do know about them. So again, that's going to be brilliant. But as I say, since I had a chat, I know that I've got an area that's probably as little as 6 foot,
yeah,
and I'm going to cut it, dig it,
yeah.
and make it
Well,
tidy.
that piece at the back of your house now, from your gable end
Yeah,
to that fence will be 10 foot.
yeah, I'm quite right with that.
Okay, so you've got all that, that'll be sheeted, and then it'll be stone.
Jobs are good, really.
It's your pencil.
Did you
Except-
tell him about the gas pipe?
Yes. I've had some concerns.
But which gas pipe?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't hiding this one, I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
On the
I'll
front?
tell a quick story. When Emilio and the lads were trying their best to, well, they achieved, when they were moving that water main to comply with fire service and
Yeah.
all that shit, I was there the moment the guy put the digger in, and he missed the gas pipe by 3 or 4 inches. That gas pipe was only that far below surface.
Yeah.
You know, it's not my problem, we've done the job. We
Yeah.
have the gas meters moving in tomorrow now, I believe.
Yeah.
And we are going to dig them now, as I can tell. Because of this fence, thanks for reminding me, look, because it would have had to come out in
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a big issue, this. But because of this fence, because of what you're doing there and letting me have a nice pretty drive, there is another gas pipe.
I will sort it that.
You will no doubt have sorted it.
Yeah, because it comes in like that, you see.
But
So,
I'm not going into detail.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
comes
saying
in
it's
like
not
that into a
safe, and
box.
I'm not saying that because you do. Every time your lads do a job, they do it fine. What I'm saying is, from a personal point of view, my gas meter is there. Yeah. I don't know for a fact, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Thinking. So my gas feed of the main gas main, which
Yeah.
is no doubt in the middle of the road,
yeah,
will be in a straight line, straight under
Yeah.
this concrete,
yeah,
and then down.
yeah,
Well, at some point, this fence is going to cost a crap that, right? So I had concerns, if people are not aware that my gas pipe is there,
Yeah.
the damage might ensue.
yeah,
So I rang the gas board on Saturday. 27 minutes, they never got back to me.
No.
So just keep that in mind, mate.
yeah. Well, it's United Utilities, you see. The gas
Yeah.
board have nothing to do
Well,
with
my
it.
mistake.
So-
I'm with Npower.
Yeah, well, they only rent the line of gas board, so it's not. So what we've done is we've picked up Lee's contacting them this afternoon,
Good.
because we have to get it cut off, you see,
Yeah,
and
but-
get it capped. Well, when the gas people were here on, I don't know what day it was, Thursday, and I was talking to the gas man, I asked him to do it then,
Yeah.
and he said, I've not been designated and it's not on the sheet, so I can't do it. That, I did bloody do it.
Well, all I was going to say though, is when Julio, outside contractors, I don't know, puts that fence in that direction and physically lays a fence over my gas pipe,
Yeah,
I'll be outside saying to him, there's a bloody gas line here, lad. That's
Yeah.
all I mentioned.
yeah. Well, I mean, it'll be from your meter down, so,
It's in a, I would imagine it's 90 degrees off my meter. Back.
yeah.
We
So like,
never thought of it, would we? We'd have said we'd never thought of it, only we saw where the other one was and thought,
Yeah.
cool, that's not very deep.
Anyway,
No.
that's a
Well,
minor
they never
point.
put 'em
It's
deep.
a minor safety issue,
yeah,
and it's something. I'll be honest, I like Julio, you know that.
Yeah.
I've got to like the guy. I did something